Welcome to another episode of Shop Happenings. Exciting times here with our car. As you can see, it's been turned around. Wonder why? You'll have to stick around to the end of the video to find out. So right now, we've gone through a bunch of punch list items here that we're looking at and we're trying to get solved. We're rebleeding our brakes. We're going to get those taken care of today. We have installed our hydraulic clutch. Our hydraulic clutch uses basically the same master cylinder here as our brake system does. And we have a reservoir on our firewall that's slightly higher than our master cylinder here. And this line that feeds the clutch itself runs out of the firewall. Let's see if I can get to the point where you can see that. So you can see we have two connectors here. We have a reservoir input here. We put a grommet here to protect that. We also have a grommet here to protect our clutch cable, or our clutch, hydraulic clutch line coming out of here that goes to our clutch. So it was a thing that wasn't in the manual that we included that we thought was a good idea. As we back up, you'll see a purple wire right here on top of our motor. This has to be soldered into our coil pack right here, way down in here. So we'll have to dismantle that. This is the feed that tells our tachometer what our RPM of our engine is. So we need to include that at some point and solder that in. We still need to put in our cotter keys for our castle nuts here. These are snugged down. We're still adjusting the toe, so we have to snug those down each time to check that, and we're going to start doing that again once we put it back on the wheels. As we work our way around the car, you will see our computer is installed. That's all done, and we've cleaned up all our wires. So if we look down through here, you see a big gaggle of wires here, and as I move forward into the car, you will see that these have been cleaned up. They've been zip tied. We've included more wire loom that runs underneath one of our fuel rails to the other side of the car. It's for our O2 sensor. We've run our other wires, as you can see over here. We've cleaned all those up. The one problem we had is getting this gaggle cleaned up in here. That's where we're at. Unless we rerun all our wires or unplug a bunch of stuff, we're going to live with that. It's not the way we wanted it, but time is of the essence here to move forward with our project. If we move back into here, see our dash is kind of done. We took one of our gauges out. We had a little bit of issue with that. We're going to send that back. We tested our switches, and we noticed that several of our switches on our dash need to be flipped over so that they're on when they're up. Not a big deal, but we're just going to double check that stuff. As we move to the back of the car, again, our rear brakes, they need to be bled as well. They're going to be rebled. Our fuel tank's in. We're going to double check that today to make sure that our fuel tank is in good shape. Our shocks are in and adjusted. We're going to double check our heights of our shocks to get our ride height correct as we move through. We've also, something that's not part of the manual, is we insulate the inside of our car. So as you can see, we have this insulation in here. That happens to be a Thermal Guard product. We get that from Napa. It's foil on the back side, so you can't see the foil part, but this front side is fuzzy. It does a great job of insulating the driver and the passenger. We do this in the passenger side too, and the carpet will affix to this, and it looks real nice when it's all done. It's all padded, and it's really cool. We do in front of the pedals as well, and we will do more of this as we go. We may even do some of the transmission tunnel because some of the heat from the engine as you drive down the road does make that a little warm, and we'll try that. You'll see that we've done a little jumper wire here. We have started the car, and again, you'll have to see that in the end of the video. But we have jumpered. This is our inertia switch. We don't have that yet. It's been back ordered. So we just jumpered that to make sure that our car would run, that we could get it started. We see that we've got to finish putting in our little port here, our computer port. That's our diagnostic port. That just needs to be screwed in up here at some point, which we'll get that taken care of here hopefully today. But as we look through, we see a lot of wiring and a lot of things like that. We've also taken the time to take any wire that doesn't get connected to something, and we've heat shrunk, used the heat shrink material to heat shrink around that wire, and then we squeeze it off with a pair of pliers at the end so that these are watertight, so that no water or grime or anything else can get in there and they can't short on something else. So today we're also going to clean this area up and make that look pretty. We've already started that process, as you can see on the far side of the car here. we've zip tied up extra wire. We're leaving this for whoever owns the vehicle. Some of these are for the heater, some are for an air conditioner, some are for radio. We don't know who's going to buy it, so we want to make sure we leave enough of that wire here so that they can do that. Now for the exciting part. Let's check out the rest of this video.
Don't stall it.
I think you just too much scared a little bit.
Wind it up.